Good morning. Good morning. It's saying that I'm live. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to get it to go live and it was saying I wasn't live. Lord, don't ask me today. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Tanisha, how are you, gorgeous? Hey, April. Hey, Jackie, so good to see y'all this morning. Ooh, we had a time last night. What a time, what a time, what a time. We had a time last night. And I just want to publicly thank all of you who were in attendance at my pastor's appreciation last night. Listen, I tell you, we take virtual to another level, honey. I'm trying to tell y'all this thing is so much bigger than what we've experienced in the past, what we've known. God is definitely outside of the walls and is doing things in new and exciting ways, which allows people all over the world to connect. Festus was in Nigeria. He was there. Listen, my daddy was in North Carolina, April in New Jersey, Corey in New York, Jackie in Georgia, Stacy in California. Listen, I'm telling you, we were literally coast to coast and in different continents. And Mike was in North Carolina. Y'all, Mike slipped down for a minute. Y'all, listen, we just had an incredible time. Catherine was in California. It just was like, wow, God, wow. So I just am excited about what God is doing in this season. Now I want to give you all this, you can send me stars, but you can only send me stars on my Veronica Joe Wiggins page, okay? But you can send me stars. Stars are your way of saying that I'm enjoying the broadcast, keep broadcasting. It's also a way for you to financially support what I do and encourage the continued creation of content, right? Because I am a content creator. All right. But look, y'all, I realized that I hadn't given the word for November, and November is almost here. Okay. So today I wanted to make sure that I took time to give you all the word for November. Because Tuesday starts the beginning of November and also the beginning of our fast. If you have not ordered your copy of Forward Focus 21 Days to Set Focus and Propel You into Destiny, order your copy so that you can participate in the fast. If you want to participate in the fast, put fast in the comments. If you need a copy of the book, put book in the comments, so that we can get you that information and you can get started. Meantime, you'll get an ebook while you're waiting for your physical book to arrive. So I want to talk about the month of November and tell y'all what I hear and what I see. November is going to be an interesting month. It's going to be a month that separates the wheat from the tares, the boys and girls from the men and women, separates those who trust God from those who don't. It's going to separate those who have courage from those who are walking in fear. It's a separating month. It's a month that separates. It's going to separate. It's going to divide, right? Um, Recently somebody commented and they were talking about, God not God not I can't remember how they said it, but basically like God doesn't do things that separate people, but he does. Because let me tell y'all something. We say that it's all equal. That's what we say. We say, oh, everybody's the same. That's what we say. We're not. There are differences. There are things that separate us. And while God loves everyone the same, he gives everyone the same opportunities. Um, everyone is not going to take them. Okay. And your willingness to take God's word, to take what God is calling you to do and do it, separates. It separates. It does. It separates the faithful from the unfaithful, the committed from the uncommitted, the hot from the cold and the lukewarm. Listen, this is a season where there is a separation. There's a separation. So don't be surprised when you're not comfortable in the places where you're normally comfortable, um when you don't fit in places that you used to fit, because God is separating you. Oh, it's a separation. And it's going to be a separation. See, when we think of separation, we think of it as a bad thing, right? We think of it as a bad thing. And I think that's probably because, we've had this, can we all just get along? We just all need to be together. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, and y'all can take it how you want to. Y'all can call me Kanye. But integration was one of the worst things that ever happened to African descended people. Now, y'all may say, Dr. V, what are you saying? I say that because what happened is we stopped having our own and started this quest to fit in, in a culture that didn't look like ours, that didn't understand us and didn't value us. And it caused us to have an identity crisis. We have been struggling with this identity crisis since the days of slavery. And I need you all to know and to understand that you have value with your black, brown, yellow skin. It doesn't matter where you're from, white skin, everyone has value. But what has happened is the Eurocentric approach to the world has been to make lighter better, whiter better than everything else, and everything else just falls below. It doesn't matter how it falls. In fact, the black are the worst, right? See, you got to understand that in this season, it is time for you to get your mind right. Oh, November is a month where you better get your mind right or you will be taken out. The things that happen in your life, the things that you encounter will take you out if you don't get your mind right. You got to understand what says something about who you are and what is something that is trying to be used to control you, to oppress you, to suppress you, to keep you from moving forward, to depress you. Even in relationships, I want y'all to hear this. It's going to be some separation that comes in relationships. I want y'all to hear me, and I want y'all to hear me clearly, because let me tell you what you've been doing. What you've been doing is settling. This is not the month to settle. Oh, this is the month where it's going to be a clear separation, a clear division between what is destiny and what's distraction. A clear delineation, separation, line of demarcation between what is destiny and what is distraction. Now, you've got to understand that as God begins to clearly show you, oh, this is distraction, it's up to you to move the distraction out of the way and go towards destiny. It is not always easy, because distraction is also often wrapped in familiar, comfortable, what right? And destiny is often wrapped in different, unique. I've never seen this before. I've never experienced this before. So it makes you uncomfortable. So either you're going to be uncomfortable and distracted, or you're going to be comfortable and distracted, or uncomfortable and walking into destiny. And you have to choose. No one can choose for you. You have to choose. This is a season where you got to make decisions. If you are a wishy-washy person, if you've been double-minded in your life, you're going to struggle in November, because you're going to have to make decision after decision after decision after decision, because God is separating the leaders from the followers. If you're a follower, that's fine. I get it. I understand. But all of us have been created to be CEOs, CEOs of our own life, our own body, our own spirituality, our own, like, listen, we are CEOs, chief executive officers. If you are not a chief executive officer in your life, then who is? Who is running your life? You talking about, well, I just wanna sit back and I just wanna chill. And okay, you're gonna chill your way right into oblivion, nothingness. This delusion of comfort, this delusion of this is just what my life is. Oh, this is no, your life is what you make it. And what are you making it? And if you don't like what your life is, change it. Stop all this whining. I'm sick of these whiny milly mouth people talking about, oh, I just, shut up and do something different. Shut up. I said what I said, and I said it with the level of intensity that I said it because somebody got to say it. See, our problem is we don't want nobody to tell the truth. That's the problem. So you get mad at people when they tell the truth. You get mad at people when they have an opinion because it's not your opinion. Well, did you even have an opinion before this? Because I didn't hear you say nothing. I thought I heard a broken say something. Listen, I'm just saying, we've got to understand that we have to be a CEO in our life. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Let me refresh this because it's not showing comments. I knew y'all was talking. I knew y'all was talking. I knew it was stuck. I knew it was stuck. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back because y'all said a whole lot of stuff, honey. I got you, Tanisha. Good morning, Annette. Hey, Lorianne. Yes. Hey, Hope. Right. Right. Feel the separation already. Hey, Kim. Lorianne said, my God, he has already started separating. And it is exactly as you're saying, distraction or destiny. Each decision, God, give me wisdom in all things. Thank you for your confirmation, Dr. V. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. But this is what I know. I feel, y'all, I feel this word so strongly. Like this word is a word that is designed to help you to understand what is going on and why you're feeling what you're feeling. For some of you, you have begun to feel like, I must be crazy. Why is this happening? What's going on? It's happening because God is trying to raise up warriors. Warriors, listen, listen to me, warriors. This is a battle where you can't sit back and be a spectator. You can't. You can't sit back and be a spectator because it's your life. Why are you spectating on your life? It's your life. You're a spectator in your life. You're sitting there watching your life like you're watching a Lifetime movie. And that's what many of y'all is in a Lifetime movie. What always happens in Lifetime. It be some drama, somebody's cheating, somebody trying to in love, and then they get their heart broken, then they want to kill somebody. Oh, it's heartbreak. Oh, it's all these ups and downs. It is a freaking Lifetime movie. Y'all's life can be a Lifetime movie. Listen, I'm a Marvel movie. I'm a Marvel movie. My life is a Marvel movie. Not no Lifetime movie. Nah. A Marvel movie. What happens in Marvel movies? In Marvel movies, you always have superheroes, right? You have the superheroes, and then you have the people that the superheroes protect. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I'm here to save or rescue everybody. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm definitely here to rescue me. If I don't rescue nobody else, I'm gonna rescue me. Okay, I'm not going to be stuck in a place of complacency, stuck in a place of lack, and I'm just okay with it, or I'm content with it. No, destiny is mine, and I'm pursuing my destiny. You'll notice in every superhero movie there are some similarities. There's a pattern that exists, right? The superhero may not have their superpowers when they first start out in the movie. They may just look like a regular person. They look regular, and people treat them regular. They just treat them like they're regular, but they're not regular. Y'all are running around here looking regular, acting regular. People think you're regular because that's how you are coming across. But there comes a moment where that superhero has to make a decision. Am I going to be regular, or am I going to walk in my superhero-ness? Am I going to be regular, Or am I going to walk in my superhero-ness? Now, some superheroes try to just stay regular and they try to stay out of the fray and they don't want to fight and they don't want to rescue anybody. They don't want to take the mission that has been created for them, laid at their doorstep. They don't want to do that. They just want to be regular. Can I just be regular? I just want to be regular, like regular, ordinary people. I tell people all the time, there's nothing about me that is regular. Nothing about me that is regular. Some people call it bougie. You know, they might call it bougie. They might call it bougetto, whatever you call it, but I'm not regular. So stop trying to treat me regular. Don't treat me regular. Don't act like I'm regular. I'm not regular. I'm not. And you're not regular. And the only reason you are regular is because that's the role that you are assuming. You have refused to step into the greatness that is yours, the destiny that is yours. Oh, you out here trying to just be regular, like regular people, doing regular things, not opening your mind up to the possibilities that God has in store for you, because you have allowed your self-sabotaging behaviors to keep you in a place called stuck, a place called regular, a place called content, a place called complacent. That's you. A place called comfortable. I refuse. Now, I don't care what nobody say about me, what they call me, what they think about me. I could give two flying flips. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Because destiny is too great to be consumed with people's opinions. Whether they think I hear from God or don't think I hear from God, I don't care. It don't matter to me, because when God tells me something, it manifests. Hey, listen, that's all I know. That's all I know. Now, I'm not trying to argue and debate with you about it. When they say women aren't supposed to preach and women aren't supposed to pastor, hey, that's your opinion. I get it. It don't change who I am. It don't change my calling, because men didn't call me. God did. I didn't want it. See, let me tell y'all something. A lot of times the people that mainly say that God hasn't called women to pastor, God hasn't called women to preach, are men who desire the position so greatly they'll do anything for it. And the fact of the matter is, God didn't call 99% of them. Only about 1% of them did he call. The ones that's saying all this, only about 1% of them. Oh yeah, they're the haters, they're the perpetrators, they're the ones that can only find their identity in a position. That's the only way. See, my identity and my call is not about a position. Whether I'm pastoring or not pastoring, I am a pastor. That's it, period. I pastor wherever I go. See, this is how I know that it's God and not me. I don't care where I am. I can be in the realm of education and I pastor. I am a shepherd. I have sheep that flock to me, right? And I give them wisdom and guidance and encouragement, and I support them. You got to know who you are beyond a title. No title has ever defined me, not even the doctor. Like, that doesn't define me. My PhD doesn't define me. My educational status doesn't define me. Where I live doesn't define me. What I drive doesn't define me. See, this is why I can be on the journey that I've been on, having lived in 4 states in 1 year, and still be like, I'm still me. I'm still amazing, fabulous. I still am following my destiny, pursuing my destiny. The difference between me and regular: if God says go, I'll go. Regular be like, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? You know, see, that's when we're operating in our regular, our self-sabotage, because we're trying to outthink God. How do you outthink a God that knows everything? How do you outthink a God that knows everything? God knows everything. Everything you've ever done, everything you're going to do. He knows the end from the beginning. So before anything started, before your life started, he already knew what the end was. How you going to outthink God? How you going to outmaneuver God? How about you trust him? How about you trust him? Trust him and take your journey to destiny. I listened yesterday to a prophetic drive-by I did. Was it a drive? I don't know if it was drive-by, if it was just a live, right? But I listened to it. October 29th, 2021, the end of the month. My father had died the end of September. We had done a celebration of life service, a memorial service for him in Tampa, the 16th. And then we did one the following week in Kentucky. Now I'm in Kentucky right now. Okay. So in this live, I began to talk about my journey. I talked about my journey. I talked about what had been going on in my life. I talked about the transformation that God was taking me through. I talked about the move from Dr. V to Veronica and how I was in a season of Veronica where Veronica was being healed. And I talked about how Dr. V evolved, where Dr. V came from. And listen, it was deep. I shared it on my page. If you all really want to see what God has been doing, go back and watch that. So, if I was listening to it, because I normally don't go back and listen to the words that I gave in previous years, because I've been doing this for some years. So my memories come up and it shares that. So I was listening to it and I was so struck by how what I said then has unfolded to where I am now. You need to understand that God has a whole blueprint of your life, and it includes every single thing that would happen. And when I did that video, I did not know that in January of 2022 that I would discover that the father that died, the father that raised me, was not my biological father. And yet the things that I talked about forecasted the things that would happen in 2022. All year long, I've been on a journey. I mean, for about 2 years, I've been on this journey, on this quest to find me, to evolve into the best version of me, right? And so in this evolution, I've had to shed some things, some people, some places. I've had to transition. I've had to do all these things. Stay with me because this ties into the word for the month of November. And look, yesterday, something happened. There was a divine shift that took place in the universe. There was a portal that opened up for me that I stepped into. Something happened that changed everything about my life. Something happened that showed me that, oh, baby, you have transitioned. Listen, you are not the you that you were, not even last year, but last month. You're not that you. You're not the same OV. You're not. You're not her. Okay. And I saw it when I began to see the graphics for my pastor's appreciation. I said, what? When I saw this one and I looked at it, I said, who's that girl? Na 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 na. These that girl. I said, what in the world? Every graphic showed a different aspect of me. And I saw it like I was getting glimpses in the spirit. And I was like, whoa. And I was seeing myself as God sees me, not as I had seen me in the past. Oh, let me show you, y'all, because listen, God is not playing in this season. He's trying to give you snapshots of you. Did y'all hear what I said? He is trying to give you snapshots of you. And every one of them, I said, whoa, what? Whoa, who? Whoa, huh? Whoa. Now listen, when God begins to give you snapshots of you and the new you, the you that you have become, it's so that you can shift, so that you can shift your thinking, your actions, what you, I noticed that the way I show up is different. And it was interesting because someone that I had mentored and worked with 2 years ago, 2 years ago, called me, and we were on the pastor's appreciation, and I sent her the link, and she came on and she was seeing the stuff and she was hearing what they were saying, and she just was crying. And I was like, Why are you crying? Like, because we're all happy and upbeat and excited, and she was crying. She was like, Dr. V, I just love you and you're so amazing. But she's crying. Why are you crying? And this is what I realized. I've shifted so much that there are people that I was really closely connected to that I'm not closely connected to like that anymore. Like people who were in my life heavy that are not in my life heavy anymore. I'm in a new season with a new tribe of people. We're in a new place. We're vibrating differently. Things are happening for us differently. And I'm going to tell you what I see. What I see in this new tribe of people is I see application of the things that I'm saying. I'm seeing change, not just outside change, not just external change, not the appearance of change, but I'm seeing change deep at their core. Why? Because what they're getting is something that the other people hadn't gotten, right? And that is, how do I stop self-sabotaging? Baby, if you hear anybody connected to me close right now talk about what has happened in their life, that has been the key. The destruction of the self-sabotaging behaviors that show up when you change your outfits and when you change how you show up in social media, when you change that, but something on the inside still ain't connecting. It's not, you got these inside voices that are talking to you, that are trying to keep you stuck, that are trying to keep you from advancing into that place called destiny. See, this is the time when you need to know, how in the world do I prevent these sabotaging behaviors from holding me in this place called comfortable? How do I do that? What does that look like? See, these skill sets, these tools, this information is the information that separates the men from the boys, the girls, the women from the girls. Listen, the weak from the strong. This is that separating. This is that separating. It's going to allow you to move with a different level of intensity. That's why I'm telling y'all, not only is God going to separate you, but the separation is going to be root-based. Root-based. And I'm not talking about roots like casting roots on people, doing roots. I'm not talking about, but at your core existence, he's beginning to make some changes in you so that you really understand who you are. It's how I can talk about the stuff that I'm talking about and not be moved by other people's opinions. Everyone has a right to their opinion, baby. I'll never try to take your opinion away from you. I'm not even going to try to convince you that my opinion is right. What I'm going to say is what I'm going to say. And then we need to be mature enough to be able to approach it that way. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to debate you. Listen, I'm not. And if God tells me something or shows me something and you want to debate it with God, because I have no debate for you. I didn't say it. Like, God said it. Like, listen, some of the stuff that's coming out of my mouth these days, I know, like, this ain't even on my mind. Where is it coming from? Y'all, hold on. Let me refresh real quick, because okay, see, I knew it was getting stuck. Y'all, listen, I don't know why it's been doing that, but it has. Corey said he really not playing. Yes, y'all. Come on. So look, this is the thing. I need y'all to hear me, and I need you to hear me clearly. What's separating you from destiny? The only thing, hear me, money ain't separating you. Connections ain't separating you. Relationships ain't separating you. Listen, the only thing separating you from destiny is you. When you understand that, then you will do everything in your power to kill the sabotaging behaviors that keep you from being the amazing and incredible you that you are, that you were created to be, that got hidden, that got tucked away, They got pushed down because of things that you've gone through in your life, and you began to replay things and you began to make that your reality and make that you. When Superman takes his cape off and he puts his glasses on and he becomes Clark Kent again, it doesn't mean that he's no longer Superman. He just is in a different outfit, but he has full access to all his superpowers, whether he looks like Clark Kent or he looks like Superman. We've been so caught up in the external and the superficial because the world has said that it's about a look. You got to have a certain look. You got to look a certain way. You got to look like God wants you to look, whatever that looks like. I know for me, when I looked at my pastor's appreciation pictures, they didn't look like traditional pastor appreciation pictures. I promise you, I think my shoulder was out in almost every picture. God, put your shoulders up, by your shoulders out, because they cute, okay? And so when I looked at it, I was like, oh, she cute. Because God wants us to know that you can be cute and anointed, sexy, and saved. Come on, y'all. You can look nice and wear nice things and still be used by God. Now, I believe some people take it to an extreme, but I believe you do what you do. You know, because for me, I'm just talking about for me. For me, my greatness, my identity, that's not rooted in designer. It's not rooted in designer, right? I cannot have anything designer in my closet and still whatever I put on, it's going to look like money. It's going to look like money. Even if I paid $3 for it at the thrift store, it's going to look like money. Why? Some people only see value in things that cost them a lot of money. Other people find the things that other people think has no value and they turn them into a treasure because they see the inherent value of a thing. They see okay, let me put it in people terms so maybe y'all will get it, okay? Let me put it in people terms. Some people only want to work with the people that already have the money. The people that wear designer things, the people that drive the super nice cars, the people that live in the super big house, they only want to work with those people. Well, they want to work with those people because those people are easy. The money's already there. It ain't hard. Like they just do the money. So they want to work with those people. And some people, like me, I see the value in people that people look at and see regular. They see ordinary. They see, oh, they ain't about to do nothing. But what I see is I see the treasure in them. I see the thing that they don't even recognize sometimes. I see the oil that's in the vase that just needs to be broken. Let's see. Listen, that needs to be broken. See, we don't want to be broken, y'all. We don't want to be broken. But the value gets released in our brokenness. Our value gets released in the oil comes out when we're broken. It doesn't come out when the vase, the container is all together and nothing can come out of it. No, the value gets released in the breaking. It's something about the breaking. Oh, some stuff gotta break, y'all. Oh, y'all sitting around here trying to not break nothing and not let nothing be broken. And you're like, oh, don't touch me because I'm fragile. No. Let be broken. Let yourself be broken so that God can release the oil, the fragrance, the value. Oh, your value comes out in your brokenness. Once you're broken, then he can put you back together because the value has now been released. And all of a sudden you discover that inside of that container that you've been so tightly had so tightly closed because you didn't want anybody to know, that there were some other things that were going on, and you wanted to just look like the value but not be the value. You wanted to show up like, oh yeah, I'm cute, oh I'm this, oh I'm that, but then you didn't want to go through the breaking. But in the breaking, God releases the oil, the fragrance, and the value. In the breaking, my God is breaking things and people and situations so that you can finally see and smell the oil and your value. Oh, y'all, hold on. Let me you better let him break you. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You better let him break you. Oh, you better baby, let me tell y'all something. Oh, listen. Oh, my God. Those that are close to me have gone through some breaking. Oh, they've gone through some things that would have taken a regular person out. But because they ain't regular, all they did was activate their superhero powers. So now what they're doing is they're walking in their superhero-ness. Not to save the world. I'm here to save. Here I am to save the day. No, 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 not like that. Oh, but the ability to operate and add the super to the natural in their life. Oh, yeah, that's what's going on in the natural, but there's a super that gets added to that natural. And that's how you get the supernatural. Oh, y'all just want to be regular? Then you just get the natural. Regular gets the natural. You get what's happening in the natural. That's it. Oh, baby, but when you walk in your destiny, the super gets added to the natural, and supernatural things happen wherever you go, wherever you show up. Oh, baby, listen, I came to tell you that God is trying to break some things in your life, break some things off your life, break some relationships that have held you bound, stuck, stagnant, in a place where you can't be great. You know what the enemy of greatness is? Do you know? The enemy of greatness is not like bad. That's not the enemy of greatness. The enemy of greatness is good. That's the enemy of greatness. Good. I'm good. Because as long as you think you're good, you're never pushing for anything else. That's the enemy of greatness. I don't want to be good. I am great. That's why I say great morning. Because my day ain't going to just be good. It's going to be great. You got to stop trying to be good and fight for great. Because greatness is your portion. Did you know that? Because maybe you just didn't know. November is a month that separates good from great. I don't know. I don't know. I want y'all to get it. I really do want you to get it. Because once you get it, nobody can take it from you. And that's what's happened for me. I've gotten it. Baby, when I learned my saboteurs, when I learned what those things are that have kept me from stepping into my greatness, kept me just content with good, it changed the game. It changed the game. It changed the game so much that I look at me and I be like, girl, you bad, bad. Oh, you ain't just bad, you bad, bad. Bad, bad. Oh, I don't care where I am, what city I'm in. I'm never going to look like regular. My presence is the presence of greatness, and it commands a certain level of respect. Now, I'm not going to be like, well, you need to respect me. I don't have to do that. I just have to show up. Just have to be me. You see, the thing about Clark and Superman that was the problem, I'm going to show y'all the problem, was that when he looked like Clark, people treated him like Clark. But when he looked like Superman, they treated him like Superman. The key is you got to show up as you every day. And people will begin to understand, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All you got to do is show up. You don't have to change uniforms. You don't have to change your outfit. You don't have to put on a cape. Baby, you just have to show up. And you just know, people just know it's something different. It's something different. It's something different. Even when I got regular clothes on, I still am not regular because the clothes are not what define me. They're not the things that make me great. The clothes are just the outer covering, but the greatness is what's on the inside, the thing that is released and has been released in the breaking. When I tell you that November should you choose to accept your assignment, will change the course of your life so rapidly that people that saw you in October won't recognize you in December. Listen to me. I'm just telling you what God is saying. If you, then he. That's called a conditional promise. If you, then he. If you accept your destiny and do the work. Listen to me. If you accept your destiny and do the work, then he will release the promises. You got promises that are held up because you have not accepted the journey. And all I'm going to say is this. Keep playing with it. Keep playing with it. You're delaying what you say you want. And as long as you're delaying what you say you want, you're going to continue to not get what it is that you not just want, but what you need. We were created to fulfill a destiny. Did you know that? That God created us to fulfill a destiny that he gave us based on our unique personality, how he made us, the mind that he gave us. That's why people don't always understand you. They don't get you because God made you different. He made you different. And we get so caught up in getting the approval of people that we miss that God created us to be different. He separated us from the masses. How is it that Jesus was born in the same family, but he was so different from his siblings? How is it that he was amongst the same people, but he was so different? How is it that when he was a boy, he went into the temple and talked like a man? And when they looked for him, he said, you should have known where I was. You should have known that I would be about my father's business, because who he was going to be as a man, he already was as a child. He understood things that people didn't understand. So it looked crazy to them. So they're like, what's wrong with him? Why is he talking like that? Because he already knew who he was. He just had to have the rest of him catch up to what was inside of him. And God said, the things I deposited in you as a child, listen, it's time for you to catch up to that stuff. The stuff didn't change, but your maturity has to change. The stuff didn't change, but your growth has to change. The stuff didn't change, but your mind got to change. Because from the time that you were innocent and just doing what I said and saying what I said, you've been conditioned by the world and your experiences to minimize you, to not shine and not be loud, to be quiet, because you don't want to disturb anybody. You don't want to upset anyone. You don't want anybody mad at you. There are two great gifts that I feel like God has given me in this season. Two great gifts that I feel like God has given me. I'm going to say three. Now, I just need to tell y'all, let me give this precursor, because some of y'all are going to be offended by what I say. And it's okay if you are. You may say, oh my God, I can't listen to this. Cool. Because you're not me. You're not for me. I'm not for you and you're not for me. The first is the gift of goodbye. Goodbye. The gift of goodbye. Baby, the gift of goodbye will free you up. When you learn that you can say goodbye. I got to change it. It's 4. Oh, God, I thank you. I got to change it. It's 4. The first one is the gift of goodbye. Goodbye. What is goodbye? Goodbye. Goodbye. The gift of goodbye. The second is the gift of No. No, I won't. No, I can't. No, I'm not. No, I didn't. No, I don't want to. No. The gift of goodbye. The gift of no. The third one. The gift of fuck you. Oh, whew. Oh, that blessed my whole soul. I remember the first time I said it so calmly, not with malice, just fuck you, baby. That thing right there. And I'm going to tell you, it wouldn't have been the same if I said forget you. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. It was something about the power of that word. The gift of fuck you. Baby, that means that nah, you not, no, you not. Mm-mm. You not. Fuck you. Period. Without emotion. Just period. So the gift of goodbye, the gift of no, the gift of fuck you. Now y'all can say forget you. Y'all can say what you want to. I say fuck you. Okay. And then the fourth is the gift of fuck it. If I can't change it, fuck it. I'm not getting ready to get worked up and all out. I'm not, fuck it. Fuck you and fuck it. Okay? Fuck it. I'm just saying for me. For me. Okay? Because it removed the fear. All my life, I had been so bound in religion and the religious, oh, you can't say this, you can't do this, don't say this, don't do that. Listen, that for me, that was my liberation. Marie said, don't do it, saints. Y'all don't do it. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Don't do it, okay? I'm saying for me, it was my breakout of the appearance, because I said it in my head. I just didn't say it out my mouth. We get good at saying stuff in our head, but not saying it out our mouth. So for me, talking about me, the gifts that God gave me. Now, those gifts may not be the gifts that he gives you. He may give you some different ones, but that's one that he gave me. It took away the fear. Like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Let's go. For me. I need y'all to hear that, because what we do is we try to make what works for us. So we're so religious, we're so super spiritual that we put ourselves and other people in these boxes. That word is my breakout word. Now, listen, I'm not telling y'all to go around saying it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that I go around saying it all the time. Okay? But what I am saying is there are times when I need that energy, right? It's the energy of Jesus flipping the tables. That's what I feel. The energy of Jesus throwing them out of the temple. That energy. The energy that says the kingdom of God suffereth violence and the violent take it by force. That energy. That energy right there. Those gifts have allowed me to walk in a level of freedom. And I'm not saying I walk around cussing people out. I don't. I don't. But there are times when those gifts are needed. The gift of Goodbye. The gift of no. The gift of fuck you. And the gift of fuck it. Okay? When I need those gifts. Because I'm going to tell you something. You will find yourself, and I used to not cuss at all. But when I tell you how constrained I was, I felt like if a cuss word came out of my mouth, I was going to hell. I felt so, everything was about fear. And I refused to live in fear. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying it's going to show up like that for you, but I'm saying that for me. For me. My brother said last night, when he was giving the message, he said, listen, I love God, but I cuss a little. You know, there is I don't know. I don't know. It's something that you have to take your journey. And I said it out loud on live so that you all know that if it comes out of my mouth, I meant for it to come out of my mouth. It was not an accident. Okay. I'm not saying it to lead you astray. You be led by your own convictions. The problem is we want to make our convictions everybody's convictions, and we think everyone is supposed to have the same convictions. And if you don't have the same convictions as I have, then you're not listening to God. And that's absolutely not the truth. That your convictions, what God convicts you about, right? That's personal. You got to have personal convictions. Your personal convictions are just that, they are personal. Okay. My personal convictions are just that, they are personal. Take your personal convictions and walk them out boldly. Walk them out boldly because I shall walk mine out. Believe that. And if I need correcting, I promise God corrects me. He talks to me. He'll correct me. If he said, baby, don't say that. Because there are times when I'll be like getting ready to say something, he'll be like, that, that. And I'll be like, whoo. Okay, daddy. You better get free from people and pleasing people. Get free from that. The number one bondage that we are in is pleaser. That's the number one, not the number one, but it's one of the top saboteurs that hold people hostage is pleaser. You want to please people, so you tiptoe. You want to please people, so you don't tell them the truth. You want to please people, so you walk around. And men, can I help y'all for just a minute? I just want to help y'all for just a minute. I've had conversations with men, and this keeps coming up, right? This keeps coming up. So, I've had some conversations with men, and I believe that this is the pleaser saboteur at work in the lives of men. And it's one of the reasons that we have so much cheating. Can I tell y'all what it is? Can I tell y'all? Y'all let me know if y'all want to know why I think these men be cheating. It's one of the reasons. It's not the only one, but Can I tell y'all? Y'all want to know why I think these men be cheating like this based on some conversations that I've had? Like, y'all want to know? I think y'all. Okay. Y'all want to know why I think these men be cheating? Y'all want to know what saboteur I think is at work when men cheat? I think this is the saboteur that really puts men in a space to cheat, right? And I'm not condoning cheating. I'm not. But I think that if men are able to kill this saboteur, it would minimize, if not stop, the cheating that occurs in relationships. Okay. Pleaser, wanting to please women, wanting to not hurt someone's feelings. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to say, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, or this is not working in the relationship for me. Or they're saying it and you're not hearing it. 12-12, men and cheating and lying. Okay. 12-12. And women are not paying attention to what they're saying. They're making it about something else. Right. So when you find yourself in a position where you are trying to please someone, right? Particularly men, right? I'm talking about men for a minute. When that man is in that place and something's not working in the relationship, and he doesn't know how to have that conversation because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. He doesn't want to upset her. They got a child together or some children together. So, he doesn't want her to feel away, right? So he doesn't have the conversation, but it doesn't change the feelings, right? Okay. Or when she talks to him crazy, like we can do sometimes as Black women, when she belittles him, when she tries to be his mother instead of his woman, when there is a lack of submission in the relationship to his headship, right? And y'all say, when we say, well, where's he leading me to? You should have asked that question before you got in a relationship with him. If he can't lead, why are you in a relationship with him? Women, stop being in a relationship with men that you don't want to follow. If you don't want to follow him, you don't need to be in a relationship with him. Okay? Stop going to churches where you don't want to follow the pastor or their vision. Stop it. You can move. You don't have to try to make people be who you think they ought to be. 12, 12 again. Okay? You don't have to do that. Thank you, Yashida. 12, 12 is a reminder to stay true to yourself and allow outdated energy to fall away. The gift of goodbye. Come on. Y'all, listen, I'm trying to tell you, when you get this, it changes the game. So because he don't want to hurt her, he don't want to hurt her feelings, right? Now he finds himself drawn to someone else that is giving him something that he desired from her, but she wasn't giving him. And either he did not tell her he needed it, or he told her and she didn't listen. There was something that wasn't happening. And instead of him saying goodbye, he entered into something else. Now he got two things going on. Now he don't want to hurt either one of them. Okay? Not all men that cheat are out here. They just want to run through as many women as they can. That's not always the case. And even the ones that are trying to run through as many people as they can, it is a self-sabotaging behavior. It is them trying to either control things, or they are trying to, it's control, it's pleaser, it's hyperachiever. It's giving me hyperachiever. Like I gotta get as many women as I can as a sign that I have value, that I have worth, instead of understanding their value and their worth is in them and the fact that God created them, not in how many women they slept with. All of this stuff that we're talking about, all of these things is no more sabotage. Will kill it. Do you hear me? Ooh, that stronghold be something serious though. I'm trying for real, for real. Then you need to take this class. You need to take the class, no more sabotage, because all of it is rooted in self-sabotaging behaviors. It comes from stuff in your childhood. The stuff begins to play out in your life. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, when you learn what your saboteurs are, it will make your behaviors make sense. And then you'll be able to stop the stuff that's been holding you hostage, keeping you. So listen. So listen, this is what listen, you want a real relationship, you want real love, but you've been trying to get it from a person that can't give it to you. So now you piecemealing a woman. You got this woman for this, and this woman for that, and that woman for this. You got this man for this, and that man for that, and that man for that, because you haven't found a person that embodies the things that you need in a relationship. So because you want a relationship, my God, because you want a relationship, rather than wait until you find someone that embodies those things, you piecemeal and you say, well, I'm going to settle for this right here. Settling never ends well. Settling never ends well. It doesn't. I know you think it's going to end well because you settle. It never ends well. You can find yourself stuck in something that is holding you hostage, not allowing you to fully be you. But you got something, because we just want something, because something makes us feel like we're somebody. Something makes us feel loved, because we really just want to feel loved. We want to be loved. We want to be valued. We want to be appreciated. We want companionship. We don't want to be lonely. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If y'all really want what God has for you, wait, I say. Date while you wait. If you just want companionship, Date while you wait. I tell my boys all the time, if you don't want a committed relationship, don't let nobody make you be in a committed relationship. If you want to see multiple people, see multiple people, but don't be in a relationship with someone thinking they're the only one that you're seeing while you're seeing other people. Be honest and upfront. If that's not what those people want, you give them the choice to make that decision. Separating. Are we separating the boys from the men and the men from the boys, or the boys from the men and the girls from the women? We separating today. We separating those that have the appearance of godliness from those that have godliness with the power that shows up. And godliness is not in whether or not you say a what we call cuss word or not. That godliness is a condition of the heart. David's godliness, being a man after God's own heart, was in his heart and not just his actions. We got it twisted. And so because we got it twisted, we twisted. Look, it's almost time for service. Listen, I got to get ready for church, but listen, I pray this word has blessed y'all. Sign up for the class. So literally, No More Sabotage happens today. Part 1, where you identify your saboteurs and how to kill them. That class starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, until 5 to 7:30. Or 4 to 6:30. And then the second part starts from 8 to 10 or 7 to 9 Central Time. But go register for the class. There's some specials where if you take both classes, it's $140. Afterpay is available. You can do it in 4 payments. Baby, it's going to change your life. If you just want to take part 1 and see what that do, right? Take part 1 is $75. You can do it in 4 payments with Afterpay, but y'all need to be in the house. You need to be there. I pray this word blessed you. If it blessed you and you want to sow a seed into the woman of God, go to Cash App $DRV Walters, Cash App $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Listen, I just know this. I know that what God is doing in this season of our lives is he is separating. He is separating the stuff in us that he needs from the stuff that, is a distraction to us. He's separating distraction from destiny. He's separating poverty from wealth. And that's including mentality, right? He's separating the boys from the men, the girls from the women. He's separating relationships that are comfortable but not destiny from destiny relationships. It's a lot of separation that's going to happen in the month of November. So the word for November is separation. Separation for elevation. That's what's going to have to happen in this season. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Allow God to separate that good from the great so that you can get to your destiny. Listen, service is going to start at 9:45 Eastern Time, 8:45 Central. That gives me 20 minutes to do my change. Watch what I do. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Y'all be blessed. Mwah.